The architecture of age gap relationships. Humans often ask whether an age gap relationship is right or wrong. This is an imprecise question. A better question is, what system is operating beneath the relationship? Age is not the determining variable, it is one variable among many. Relationship stability emerges from interacting systems. Attachment, identity, power, biology, resources, emotional regulation, adaptability, shared purpose. The greater the age difference, the more visible these systems become. Humans do not fall in love with age, they fall in love with states of being. One person generates calm, another generates excitement. One creates certainty, another creates possibility. The brain associates these experiences with the individual. Eventually the mind concludes, I love this person. Often the deeper truth is, I love the state of consciousness I experience around this person. If that state disappears, what remains? The nervous system chooses before the mind explains. Attraction begins before conscious thought. The nervous system rapidly asks, is this person safe, predictable, interesting, competent, threatening, rewarding? Only afterward does the mind build a story explaining the attraction. The story is often incomplete. Power predicts more than age older individuals often possess. Greater resources, more life experience, stronger confidence, broader emotional pattern recognition, younger individuals often possess. Greater physical resilience, higher adaptability, cultural relevance, a longer future horizon. Each holds different forms of leverage. Relationships thrive when leverage becomes cooperation. They weaken when it becomes control. Control often sounds reasonable. Trust my experience. I've already lived this. Experience deserves respect. It does not automatically deserve authority. Knowledge freely offered strengthens connection. Knowledge imposed weakens it. Humans often mistake guidance for hierarchy. Experience naturally creates guidance. Hierarchy begins when guidance becomes identity. One becomes the teacher, protector, or rescuer. The other becomes the learner or dependent. At first this feels comforting. Eventually it becomes limiting. One grows tired of carrying. The other grows tired of following. Equality quietly disappears. Society is a prediction machine. When people violate expected patterns, observers create explanations with limited information. She wants money. He fears aging. They cannot truly understand each other. These stories reduce uncertainty. They do not necessarily increase accuracy. The brain prefers certainty over ambiguity. Time changes every relationship. Year 1 is not year 20. Health changes, energy changes. Income changes, family responsibilities change. Mortality becomes more visible. Stable couples renegotiate reality. Unstable couples cling to outdated agreements. Flexibility predicts longevity. Rigidity predicts fracture. Projection creates unnecessary conflict. People often react less to the relationship than to unresolved experiences within themselves. Past betrayal becomes suspicion. Past abandonment becomes expectation. Past control becomes perceived authority. The observer believes they are seeing reality. Often they are seeing memory. The hidden biological tension. Older individuals often experience time as increasingly precious. Younger individuals often experience it as abundant. This shapes decisions about risk, career, children, retirement, adventure. Conflict begins when each assumes the other's perception is irrational. Neither is each, reflects a different stage of life. The healthiest age gap relationships develop reciprocal adaptation, not one-sided sacrifice. The older partner remains psychologically flexible. The younger partner grows in competence and independence. Leadership shifts with circumstance. That is adaptive intelligence, not fixed hierarchy. The central psychological question, the real question is not, can this relationship survive the age difference? It is. Can both people continue becoming more themselves without requiring the other to become less? If yes, age becomes one variable among many. If not, the relationship reorganizes around preservation instead of growth. Growth sustains intimacy. Preservation sustains anxiety. Observation. Relationships rarely fail because one person has lived 20 more years. They fail when one person believes those years entitle them to define reality for the other. Or when one partner expects the other to compensate for unfinished emotional development. Healthy relationships are not built on equal age. They are built on equal consciousness, two autonomous minds, two regulated nervous systems, two evolving identities, one shared direction. That architecture predicts long-term stability far better.